Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, today's video is one you've been waiting for because the IRS just confirmed something huge that will have a huge effect on millions of Americans. Yes, you read the title right. A new $2,000 stimulus check is officially coming, and this isn't just another rumor or misinformation going around online. This is an actual verified update straight from the IRS, and the payments will start going out as soon as March 1st. This is big news for those who have been financially struggling and need this relief more than ever. We know that over the past few years, there has been so much uncertainty when it comes to stimulus payments, and many people have been left wondering if they would ever see additional financial assistance. Well, the wait is finally over. The IRS has issued official notification letters to recipients, informing them when to anticipate receiving payments, the amount of payment they are going to get, and the way the checks will be handed out. If you've been eagerly awaiting the economic assistance, listen carefully, because we have everything you want to know today. This is not a minimal check or a low increment to cushion costs. We are discussing a whole $2,000 stimulus check for every eligible person, a big amount considering the current economic situation. With inflation still biting into household budgets and the cost of living still increasing, this cash will be a lifeline for countless individuals. And unlike some of the earlier stimulus payment rounds, the process for this one is supposed to be much smoother with fewer delays and complications, which translates to more people being eligible and those eligible being paid much sooner. Now, the question on everybody's mind is, who will be eligible for this $2,000 stimulus check? Well, the IRS says that those who are being prioritized include low-income individuals, Social Security beneficiaries, frontline workers, and families with children. If you belong to any of these groups, you are highly likely to get this stimulus check. But even if you don't belong to one of these priority groups, you might still be eligible on the basis of your income. Normally, if you are a single filer with an annual income of less than $40,000, you are likely to receive the complete $2,000 payment. For joint filers who are married, the income limit is higher, usually around $75,000, to qualify for the full payment. If your income is a little higher than these levels, you might still be eligible for a partial payment. Social Security beneficiaries are also a prime target for this stimulus payment round. Regardless of whether you are receiving retirement benefits, disability benefits, or supplemental security income, SSI, you are probably eligible for this payment. The government is aware that Social Security recipients live on fixed incomes and have disproportionately been impacted by increasing costs, and is therefore prioritizing that they receive the aid they require. Also, those who have served as essential workers and have remained on the front line throughout the pandemic, such as healthcare workers, grocery store staff, and other essential workers, are being targeted. This is one way to acknowledge their work and commitment while providing them with the financial support they are worthy of. Families with children will also gain substantially from this stimulus payment. In case you have dependents under the age of 18, you may get extra money above the $2,000 payment. The precise amount will vary based on the number of dependents within your household, but this translates to parents and guardians potentially receiving a significantly larger stimulus check to help them pay for necessary things such as rent, food, and childcare. If you missed out on prior rounds of stimulus payments due to any reason, this new check should include the missed payments too. That is, if you qualified for earlier stimulus checks but didn't get them, this installment could include back pay to catch up. That is wonderful news for anyone who has been fighting to get the aid they were entitled to. Now, you might be asking what you must do in order to get your payment. The good news is, for the majority of people, nothing is needed. If you are eligible, the IRS will send you a formal letter in an official capacity advising you of your eligibility and informing you of when and how your payment will be delivered. The majority of the payments will be made by direct deposit. So if the IRS already holds your bank information on record, you may have the money in your account as soon as the first week of March. If you don't have direct deposit established, don't worry. Paper checks and prepaid debit cards will also be mailed out, although it might take a bit longer to reach you. To avoid any delays with your payment, there are a few things that you should do immediately. First, if you've just moved or switched banks, be sure to update your information with the IRS. The last thing you'd want is for your check to be mailed to an old mailing address or closed bank account, resulting in delays. If you haven't already, it's also a good idea to file your taxes for the most recent year, as this is one of the main ways the IRS determines eligibility. If you're unsure about your filing requirements, you can check the IRS website or speak with a tax professional to ensure everything is in order. For those who haven't received their IRS letter yet, don't panic. There is still a window of opportunity, and you can look into your payment status online through the IRS's Get My Payment tool. This tool allows you to see where your payment stands and what date it can be expected on. If you don't get your payment by the end of March, you can also ask for a payment trace to see if there's a problem with it. So, what do you do with this $2,000 stimulus check when it comes? For many, this money will go toward necessary expenses such as rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, and medical expenses. If you're struggling to make ends meet, prioritizing these necessities is the best use of the funds. If you're in a more stable financial situation, consider using the money to build an emergency fund or pay down outstanding debt. Having money set aside can be a source of long-term stability and enable you to save for any unknown expenditures that might come up in the future. This stimulus check is not only a matter of individual relief, but also the most important component of the government's plan to stimulate the economy as a whole. When Americans get and spend these payments, it benefits local businesses, generates employment, and acts to spur economic growth. No matter how you use your check to pay bills, purchase necessities, or invest in your future, you are helping to rebuild your community and the country as a whole. The government's action in issuing this round of stimulus payments is a clear statement. They acknowledge the money troubles many still face. From increasing prices of day-to-day essentials to high-end costs such as healthcare and housing, this program will give direct assistance to those in most need. If you are eligible for this payment, be sure to stay up to date, monitor your mail and bank accounts, and take the proper steps to receive your money without a hitch. As we move toward the implementation of these payments, it is time to get ready. If you enjoyed this information, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so that you never miss an important update. We will keep posting the latest news and financial advice to help you get through these uncertain times. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and we will do our best to respond. Stay safe, stay informed, and we will meet again in the next update.